Okay, so I would like to present you this proclamation. Whereas Rotary International, founded in 1905, and whose motto is Service Above Self, launched the Polio Plus efforts in 1985 and spearheaded the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, which today includes the World Health Organization, U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, UNICEF, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, to immunize the children of the world against polio. And whereas polio cases have dropped by 99.9% since 1988, billions of children have received the gift of polio-free life. And currently, only 2 countries remain where the polio virus is still endemic in 2022. Afghanistan with 2 cases and Pakistan with 22 cases. And whereas polio is still only a plane ride away, as exemplified by the recent case of paralytic polio found in an unvaccinated adult in Rockland County, New York, apparently brought to the United States by a visitor from another country who had been immunized against polio with a live vaccine. And whereas there is no cure for polio, it can be prevented by the inactivated polio vaccine, now used worldwide and as part of the U.S. routine childhood program, with 93% of toddlers receiving at least 3 doses, according to the CDC. And whereas, despite the tremendous progress made toward eradicating polio, recent events have shown that as long as the polio virus exists anywhere, it remains a threat to children and adults everywhere, demonstrating that we must not let our guard down until we have indeed eliminated the vast vestige of this terrible disease. And whereas Rotary members have contributed more than $2.6 billion, countless volunteer hours to protecting over 3 billion children in over 122 countries, with more than 20 million people walking today who otherwise would have been paralyzed. And whereas Rotary is working to raise an additional $50 million per year, which will be leveraged for maximum impact by an additional $100 million annually from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And whereas, in addition, Rotary has played a major role in decisions by donor governments to contribute more than $10 billion to their efforts. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Stafford County Board of Supervisors on this 18th day of October 2022 that it be and hereby does proclaim October 24th, 2022 as World Polio Day in Stafford County. Be it further proclaimed that Stafford County, Virginia commits to the continued fight for a polio-free world and encourages all citizens to join the fight. Thank you guys so much for what you do. Here's your proclamation, and I'd love to hand you the microphone and see if you have anything to say.
Thank you so much. I want to thank the Board of Supervisors and Madam Chairman. This is indeed very, very important, as was pointed out in the proclamation, that we now have a case in New York, and he is paralyzed. Polio is still only a plane ride away, and so we do need everyone to be vaccinated. And those, of course, can opt out, but children under 5 in the United States have been vaccinated since 1979, or prior to that, when the United States was declared polio-free. And so we want to be careful and get vaccinated if you believe in vaccinations, because it could save you. I also want to thank again this Board of Supervisors, because this is like the 5th or 6th year that this Board of Supervisors has declared Polio Day, Polio-Free Day in Stafford County on October the 24th, and no other jurisdiction in the state of Virginia. So thank you all, but now they led the way, and they're doing it in other jurisdictions, and so this is a big deal, and we really appreciate it. Last year, for the first time, the entire state of Virginia under Governor Northam declared the entire state polio-free day on October the 24th. So people are beginning to get the message, and we thank you for your leadership. And thank you again.
Thank you guys very much. I do want us to pause for a photo. Do you want to hold the proclamation?
All right.
Got everybody?
Squeezes.
Yeah, we're good. All right, 1, 2, 3.